This video is brought to you by nobody because I'm not fucking sponsored. Hey, what's up you guys? So I hope you've all been enjoying your New Year's because I really haven't. As you can probably tell, I'm sick. And the reason why I haven't been making videos isn't necessarily because I've been sick, but rather because I've been on vacation. And, well, not vacation. I was visiting some relatives, it's sort of a vacation. And I was supposed to be gone for about a week or so, but that ended up going longer than expected. And I got sick while I was there, and I'm still kind of sick, but I'm better now. And I don't fucking care about recording myself while I'm sick. Oh well, fuck the haters. I look like shit, but oh well. I also sound like shit, but I thought that was always. So anyways, for this video, I'm going to be just talking about a certain topic that kind of I've been talking to some people at my locals about and just thinking about. Don't worry, there'll still be people of Yu-Gi-Oh! And other fun segments like that soon. But the topic is just, do we need a Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list? So, and this is like a completely serious question. I don't mean like I want everything unbanned. Like, no, not like that. Just hear me out. So, what I mean is like, the ban list that we have now, it's some people aren't entirely pleased with it, but it's gotten mostly positive, feedback. No one has any like drastic complaints with it. Some people were like, oh, they should have hit this a little harder, or maybe they shouldn't have brought Tinky to 3, things like that. But on the whole, I haven't heard like any as harsh complaints about the ban list. I've heard mostly positive things. And the same even applied with the last ban list in September, except for the whole dragon part, because that turned out to be a deck. But other than that, Konami got rid of the things like Gateway, things like card destruction. God, I'm sick. And, just like, and now even more of the like obnoxiously powerful cards like self-destruct button, return, are banned. Like, a lot of stuff is banned. So, the interesting thing that this kind of brings to the table for me is, do we really need another ban list after this one? Like, assuming that Konami continues to not release game-breaking sets, which they've done a pretty good job of. Judgment of the Light, after Tachyon Galaxy, didn't really release anything game-breaking. I think that it was balanced, and that was a good set. Nothing crazy. And Shadow Specters is much the same way. They released Ghost Tricks, not a crazy archetype that's broken, doesn't XZ and Synchro and blow up all your stuff and just spam 5 monsters. It doesn't do anything like that. And Noble Knights, like, nothing seemed like it was just really crazy or out of hand in those sets. And, I applaud Konami for doing that, not breaking the game. And Legacy of the Valiant, it's releasing the new plants. I still forget what those things are called. But they don't seem like they're, like, heavily overpowered or game-breaking. And there's just a little bit more support for stuff like Bujin, which I guess could be a concern in the future. But I feel like, on the whole, the game is at a point where it feels really balanced, and there might not be a need for a ban list. Like, what I think players have gotten into the mindset of is, we have to have a ban list every X amount of months. I guess now it's 4 months, not 6, but this has been going on for a while, where people are just kind of thinking like, oh, well, ban list is gonna change so much stuff, like, to where it's not even so much a balance tool, just let's change the game for the next 6 months or now 4 months. So, I don't think that a card game should have to have a ban list. I don't think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Necessarily needs to, always have a new list. Like, if a format has been balanced and there really hasn't been anything crazy, there should be no reason to simply release a ban list and change random stuff for the sake of doing it, like, just so that you can say you did. I think that that's kind of going to be the case coming up in, just coming up in April. Like, maybe they might have to slightly tame, like, Bujin or Fire Fists, but on the whole, I don't, like, after that, I just don't see there to be enough reason. There isn't anything crazy, and we shouldn't just expect, like, oh, I hope the ban list brings this back, or I hope we get a power spell rotation just for the sake of getting a power spell rotation, or, just things like that. Like, I don't think that we should just expect a ban list to just change stuff because it can. And now that Konami seems to be slightly less money-minded with these ban lists, it used to be pretty clear that they were just trying to push new product, and they still kind of are, but on the whole, they seem a little less, you know, like just motivated by the cash and the dollars and selling their product. And so I think that if it stays this way, maybe we won't actually look. We can literally just get, okay, guys, here's the when would it be? May 1st, I guess. Here's the May 1st ban list, or April 1st, whatever day it is, ban list, and nothing changed. Like, nothing's different. It just be the same ban list. Like, is that a possibility in Yu-Gi-Oh? And I think that it should be a possibility, and I think that it is. I mean, like, I don't think there's a problem with having a game balanced enough to a point where you don't need to hit stuff every 4 months. Like, get to a tame point where you can still release new cards and just not necessarily have to change the ban list. Because, like, this sounds really philosophical and stupid shit like that, but from a fundamental point of view, the ban list is supposed to be a balancing tool for game-breaking things that, like, are just completely unfair, you know, and more or less break the rules. Chaos Emperor Dragon, too powerful, and also things like loops, infinite locks, and, you know, stuff like that. But now it just feels like the ban list is just, oh, let's creep out the old stuff and creep in the new stuff. And maybe that shouldn't, I mean, like, now that we've gotten to a point where things feel like they're all relatively even and new cards don't seem like they're uber broken, Konami doesn't have to creep out old things just to sell new things. We should be at a point where we don't need a ban list. Like, I mean, like, we need one if things get bad, but, like, we don't need a change every 4 months. Like, oh, I hope Heavy comes back and then goes away and then comes back and then goes away. Like, you know, just back and forth type of stuff. Like, I don't think we need one. So, that kind of concludes this discussion. I wouldn't call this a rant because, I mean, I'm not, like, angry at anybody about this. I mean, I don't think that players should feel so entitled to a ban list. Like, oh, we gotta get one and gotta change stuff. But seriously, what do you guys think of this idea? Like, do you guys think that we should just always get ban lists and it should always change stuff? And, oh, I hope they bring this back and I hope this gets nerfed. Or should the game just get to a point where it's all even and well-rounded enough that a ban list only exists for extreme case scenarios like unfair locks and, you know, things like that? I feel like it could totally work. I mean, like, I feel like this ban list is indicative of what a good ban list should be. I mean, like, with maybe some small exceptions. So I think that this is something that, like, players should consider. Like, do we have to have a ban list? The game feels fairly balanced right now. What do you guys think of this? Please tell me in the comments what you think. Or let me know on any of the social networks, Twitter, Facebook. I guess you could say it on Instagram, but that's where I post pictures. So that concludes the video. I just thought it was a good point of sort of, God, I don't know what I'm saying. I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. So, sorry if this was hard to endure because I'm sick, I look like shit, I sound like shit, I feel like shit. That's okay because I love all of you, so I have to make videos, don't I? I'm dizzy. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave your comments on this matter below, and share it with your friends. And I do have some cool videos coming up this week. Some are kind of funny, so hopefully you guys like that. And watch my other videos, and that's all. I've gone on long enough. So yes, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.